Good day, podcast community. Pete Kane here with the Pete Kane Podcast Show, Podcast Pete. Today, our live event had to be altered, changed because the person that runs it, that runs the back, is not feeling good. And sometimes when you don't have plan B, you have to just pivot. Kind of in business, always have plan B. But if you don't, you got to learn how to pivot. So we're going to do something a little different. It's not a live event, obviously. It's sponsored by Growth Day. So I want you to recognize the value of a personal shower to work on your thoughts, your mindset, and daily personal development helps you do that. Just like a shower does physically to make you feel fresh, so does personal development. And if you use let me see if I can go to it. I know I can. I'm just going to go. Oh, yeah, here it is. If you can go, personal development is like, Growth Day is like the Netflix of personal development. Take your daily shower of personal development with Growth Day. Now, to get to Growth Day, we're going to give you for free for 7 days to try it out. Man, you got to try things out. And if you try it out, well, you might like it. I know you will, but the fact is, they give you 7 days. 7 days to try. Try a daily shower of personal development. The 5 to thrive. It's the fuel for your day. It's the fuel for your life. You commit to personal development. Try it for 7 days and then go 13, 14, 20, 30, and get to experience how you can change your thoughts, change your mindset, and have a daily shower of personal development. Because we have a library of learning, you get the 5 habits, High Performance Habits by Brendon Bouchard's the $300 course. You get that for free. You get the challenge, where you can take a 5-day challenge by 3 different individuals, Mel Robbins, Brendon Bouchard, and Anthony Trucks. That's for you to shower your mind with. Change your thoughts, change the direction of your business and life. Okay, so let's go back to, let me just put up here on the screen. This is our path to a key person of influence community. We have what we call the flow to change. If you're looking to position yourself in the future, the one thing you got to shift from, people don't buy from companies, they buy from people. And when people buy from people, they buy from you. And when they buy from you, they get to know you, like you, and trust you. But you got to put yourself out there. And if you look at the world that we're living in, it's all about people. It's all about personalities. It's all about getting to know people. You choose who you want to get to know, but it starts with a podcast. It starts with your story. And if it starts with your story, you give people an opportunity to get to know you. That's why we promote getting on our podcast, being a guest in our community. Myself and other podcasters, we want you to start the journey because you've always heard, or maybe not, the journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. The first step is your story. The first step is you. You're the magic. Your company, people can connect with. Even look at something like Nike. It's a company, but who do they have out front? Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, Roger Federer, other athletes. I think Serena Williams, when she was playing, they have top personalities. Michael Jordan became a billionaire with Air Jordan sneakers because when you put on Air Jordans, you were like Mike. You played like Mike. You felt like Mike. And you performed like Mike in your mind. And that's all that matters. Whether you achieve the level of his success, that doesn't matter. It's what you felt like. That's why when we talk about personal development, it's about what your belief level is. It's what you believe. We all have fears that we either let them grow or we put them in a small box and keep them there. And then we grow our faith and courage muscle. But you, as a business owner, if you make this paradigm shift now, you will be grateful forever because you want to grow your business. It starts with you. The magic is in you. People buy from people. Elon Musk, Tim Cook, Brendan Bouchard, Joe Rogan, Oprah Winfield, Shaq, the Kardashians. You could go on and on and on and on. It's about people. I went to a business meeting and probably 3/4 of the room were talking about their company. Maybe 80%. You are the magic. Put your company to the side and start letting people get to know you. Because people buy from people. They got to know you, like you, and trust you, do business with you. So when you look, we put all this together for you. We help you create digital assets. We do podcasts so people get to know your story. We do weekly events. We do virtual summits, which we had yesterday. We do live events once a month, the fourth Saturday of each month. Get it? Connect with people, learn how to speak, learn how to perform, learn how to create yourself from a platform. The second biggest fear is public speaking, next to dying. So, I mean, we fear what we don't know. We fear things. Oh, what will people think? Well, if that's the way you're thinking, flip it. Who can I impact with my message today? What person can I impact? And you shift it off of self-focused, your insecurities, which we all have. We focus on who we're going to help, who we're going to support, who we're going to make an impact. Then the fear gets smaller. Put it in a box, keep it in a box. Grow your faith and courage. So the live event is done on a monthly basis. Plus, we connect people. We connect you with our community. That's why we want you to be on our podcast. We're starting to donate every time a person does a podcast to Kiva. It's a worldwide organization. We're talking about helping entrepreneurs worldwide because we all have a global business now. We don't know it, but we do. Because once you create digital assets, they can be enjoyed halfway around the world. So when you think of your business and you're doing business locally, think globally. And when you think globally, you think differently about your business. We do a Wednesday meetup connect globally. These are people from all over the world. They're part of Growth Day. You don't have to be part of the Growth Day to participate, but we want to help you understand that you are the magic. Anything is possible. Starts with your story because people got to get to know you. And when they know you, they remember you. And the more you get them to know you, the more you put out there. And let me see if I can. Yes, here we are. One of the best books I've read in a long, long time. It has shaped the way I build my community now. I heard about Daniel Priestley a year ago. Took me a few months of just listening, just kind of getting to know him. Then I had a person on my podcast, Christian Dorr, incredible person doing wonderful things. And he said, I asked him, how can people reach out to you? And he said, well, I've got a newsletter, which I want to keep my community abreast of how they can change, how they can impact. And I have an assessment. I said, oh, really? I had heard that before, but now I heard it with different ears. So I took it and I went, holy mackerel, that's Daniel Priestley. So then I got it. Then I implemented it into the business, because when people take an assessment, they tell you where they are. You got to meet people where they are. And if you can meet them where they are, you're taking them on a journey. And when you look at here, 7, 11, 4. Write that one down. Boy, this is a big number. I don't often write numbers down. 7, 11, 4. 7-Eleven is a convenience store. 4, no, let me go. 7 is 7 hours. Just joking. 7 hours they have to consume of you. When they consume 7 hours of you, they're getting to know you. And when they make 11 buying signals, and that's a 0 moment of truth, meaning, hey, I'm interested. Tell me more. I want to buy your book. I want to subscribe to your newsletter. I want to listen to your podcast. I want to watch your video. I want to take an assessment. All those are buying signals. And when you do it on different platforms, a book, a podcast, a workbook, a workshop, a podcast. Did I say that? Different platforms. Just think of message platforms. So in this book, he talks about the 5 Ps. Got to be good at the pitch. When somebody asks me, what do you do? I said, we generate leads, create cash flow, and build thriving communities. What is that, 3 seconds? Now, if they say nothing, like they don't ask me, well, how do you generate leads? I don't say anymore. I don't need to say anymore, because they've shown no interest. But if they say, well, how do you generate leads? We do podcasts and publishing and build thriving communities. Tell me about your podcast. We invite people on to share their story, because many people are not seeing the shift. People buy from people, not companies. Would you like to be featured on our podcast and share your story with our community? Help me connect you with other people. Now, if they say yes, they're showing interest. Then they get on my podcast. I get a chance to share their story, and I get a chance to connect them to other people. People buy from people. And there's a process that we go through. Digitally, it takes 7 hours, 11 buying signals, and 4 different platforms. When that happens, it's like the brain just clicks. They know, like, and trust you. They want to do business with you because they've spent that time in the journey of the 11-7-4. Now, when you look at the 5 Ps that are in this book, Key Person of Influence, which I recommend you buy, pitch. That's the pitch I just shared with you, your digital profile. I meet you at an event somewhere. What do you think I'm going to do? You guessed it. I'm going to search you. Used to be just on Google. Now you search just the person's name. It'll come up YouTube, Google. It'll come up their social platforms. But more importantly, if you give them enough content, which allow them to get to know you, put your podcast out there, put your workshops out there, put your books out there, then you give people a chance to get to know you. And when they do that, they confirm what they might have believed when they had that conversation with you. And if they have that conversation with you and you piqued their interest and you're talking to your ideal prospect, and you can talk to a lot of people, but your ideal prospect could be drawn to you. And when they see that your profile is built out and you've given them plenty of content to do the 7-hour journey, 11 buying signals, 4 platforms. Then you have a vibrant digital profile because remember, we're global. When you create a podcast, it could be heard halfway around the world. Never used to be. That's why we have to shift our thinking in business to think globally. Act local, think global. Okay, product. Product can be like our ecosystem, our master class. It could be anything that you create. It could be an online course, could be different things. Digital is probably the best. A product can be a book, but your book is not intended to be War and Peace, not intended to write a novel. Those are important in the right situations. But in this case, you're giving people more opportunities to get to know you. If it takes me 2 hours to read this book, that's 2 out of the 7. Now I have 5 more hours. I listen to a couple podcasts. I attend a workshop. I go on and watch some of your videos. All of a sudden, I'm 7. I've taken an assessment. I bought your book. I'm moving towards different platforms. Now I'm all in. And I'm all in with Daniel Priestley and Keepers. That's why we promote it within our community, because you don't have to worry all about these algorithms, all this stuff. Just give people an opportunity to get to know you. And you got to do it in the new world, which is digital, because we're global. So when you look at your presentation, we do 5 minutes, 3 points at our live events, at our virtual events. So we want to teach you how to present. 5 minutes, 3 points. When you get to where you're really getting good at the brevity of what you deliver, and what we share with our community is 3 points, not 10, 3. And we do it over and over again because you should have 3 different avatars or 3 different markets. 3 points could be the same. So if you do that over and over again, new people come in, they haven't heard that. But if you keep changing, you keep adding things, which we all are guilty of. Certainly I did it over my lifetime because I'm ADD. I've always had to add something. Always had to know something more. Add, add, add. That was my motto. And man, it wears you out. But you keep talking about your 3. I generate leads. I create cash flow. I build thriving communities. Bingo. Did you realize that people buy from people now? Tell me more. Well, social media has developed the emotional connection with people. That's why when you look at the way personalities build, Oprah's probably got a dozen companies or more. Do you know all of them? You don't. Have no idea. But you know her. And you know the personality behind the businesses. Elon Musk, probably the Einstein of our time, credible mind, creating. But you always have your, what do you call them? Your Debbie Downers, people that want to destroy, burning Teslas. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. A guy's creating, helping you have more of your dollars to spend, eliminating fraud, corruption, all the things. I mean, the government numbers, and it was in a newsletter that I subscribed to, 2.4 million federal workers. The largest private employer is Walmart at 1.6. Next is Amazon, 1.4. Look at how many more people are taking your dollars. We certainly need services, but do we need 2.4 million people? Of course not. But it's been bloated because every time it's just so whacked down. because they spend like it's somebody else's money, and you can see it. And they control. That's why we're seeing so much corruption, because when you're breaking up the cartel of government control and spending, it ain't going to be easy. That's why they're doing crazy things. Be a creator. Create. We're born to create, not to burn down. So then partnerships is our next one. When you look at partnerships, you always want to be developing partnerships. So you go pitch, profile, product, presentation, and partnerships. Buy his book, People Buy from People. So when you look at, this is all we do, our 3 pillars of business success: generate leads, create cash flow, and build thriving communities. If you do not generate leads, you do not have a business. You're out of business. That's why so many people go out of business the first year. They don't figure out leads. Leads creates cash flow. And if you're trying to do it by yourself, that's a misnomer. There's no solo entrepreneur. It's a team. And you got to be a part of thriving communities. You've got to be a part of a team. And our team is small teams and bigger teams. So we put a team together. The team is 20 people in this magazine. You're on the cover, and your team is in the magazine, along with our ecosystem, so you know how to, the fuel to your team. And then you spend 12 weeks with us. And when you spend 12 weeks with us, you transform to a business that understands people buy from people. The magic is in you, and anything is possible. Bring your team together. And when you bring your team together, let me go up here. Okay, there we go. Okay. Oops, nope. I'm sorry. I don't. That's, my friend Brian Bass did an awesome presentation yesterday on our virtual summit. Let me just go one more. Let me see here. Here we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is inside of our magazine. Picture yourself. You're on the cover. You want to build your relationship wheel. Why is this important? Because leads generate cash flow, building a thriving community. This is your community that you go through with your magazine. So when you look at your magazine, let me see here. Oh man, here. I think I got it. Yes, there it is. So your magazine is your key strategic partners, 20. And inside the 20, the way you build it is you have 12 categories. 12 categories. These are business relevant to you. These are your trusted, like, and trust people in this category. So you have your 12 categories. I showed you down here, just an example, your CPA, your attorney, your broker, your insurance person, your business broker, your clients, your payroll, your software, your coach, and your real estate agent. So here, and then others, here's your team that you go through with a journey, because you're on a journey in this magazine. And in this magazine, you go through 12 weeks. 12 weeks. Each week, we cover a different topic, and we bond in that together. We show people, we teach people how to use the magazine to leverage your key prospect, because you want to give them the most value that they can get out there. And if they have a team of people behind you, have 20 people that are in the magazine, and each week we're going to talk about your goals, your vocal points first, then clarity, energy, week 3, courage, week 4, productivity, week 5, influence week 6. Then we're going to get into the mastery part of the coaching. Psychology mastery, physiology mastery, productivity. So you see the difference? You're spending 2 weeks, 2 separate weeks on productivity. It's so important. These 5 right here are in high performance habits. These are the key, the foundation to the highest performing people. These are the habits. They work on their clarity. I journal. I have my goals. Energy. If you're bringing the energy, and you have to know energy because you've got your exercise, your wellness, your sleep, your nutrition. All these can be positively affected if you focus on it, if you're intentional about it. Do you let fear control you, or is courage growing? So when you grow faith and courage, you grow, and fear gets smaller. Then productivity. We talked about Elon Musk. In a podcast, it said that his meetings are 5 minutes. Now, he gets to the point and he doesn't need an hour. A lot of times we meet with a person and we spend an hour and we talk about anything. There's nothing wrong with relationship building. But if you're building a business, you have 24 hours. How you use them will determine how you prioritize the day determines your success. If you use prioritize daily action, PDA, yes, you'll learn the mastery of productivity. You'll be better at persuasion because when you're going places, people want to go with you. If you have no purpose, you have no plan, you're just drifting out there, nobody's going to want to follow you. So you got to have that purpose. You have to understand these 5 major habits because clarity, energy, courage, productivity, and influence are key. They're key. And those are the 5 you focus on. But each week we take you on a journey. Each week we're transforming your thinking, your thoughts, your actions. Because if you're not activating it and you just passively listen to something, you're not going to get to the high performance level that's possible. Because you got to be a good persuader, and that's a skill. Purpose. Do you have purpose? Not just the ultimate purpose. Purpose. What's my purpose showing up for this day? What's my purpose showing up for this meeting? What's my purpose when I make a phone call? Always thinking that I've got to have that purpose, because without purpose, we drift. We get distracted. We do things that don't serve our journey. And if you don't know where you're going, there's going to be plenty of other people that will get you to buy in to their journey. All the social platforms. I haven't been on social media in a couple of years. I mean, like scrolling it. I mean, I'll get on them every once in a while, but very little. I'm letting my brain recover. When you have a stroke, it messes up. My whole left side gone. I'm in a wheelchair right now, but I don't use it, but I use it. I did. Now I'm getting better, and I keep working on it. I want to rewire my brain. To do it, I have to have a strategy. TV, the average person watches 4 hours. You're consuming. I'm creating right here. I shift my thinking to create podcasts, create a community, create leads, create cash flow, create content, create a digital footprint. And you do it by acting locally, think globally. High performance coaching enables me to get the high performance out of each day. My motto is simple. I live every single day like it's my last. One day I'm going to be right. But until then, I'm going to make the biggest impact I can. That means I show up on purpose. That means I work on my persuasion, my productivity, my psychology, my physiology, my influence, my productivity, my courage, my energy, intentional learning through Growth Day, through high performance coaching, through the podcasts I give. I learn so much on each podcast. I journal more than I've ever journaled in my life. Thank you, Alo. Thank you, Shannon. Providing the journals, I write and write all day. I mean, not every minute of the day, but morning, evening, and even during the day. I substitute TV for journaling because it helps me clarify, get clarity. It helps me to really flush out these thoughts, to write, to reflect on the day previous, to the future. So I think reflect, future, reflect, future. And when you do that, it changes the way you write, changes getting this stuff out. I found I tracked my sleep over 5 years. 6 hours and 31 minutes was what I was averaging through sleep cycle. So when I got really busy, I was not getting 6 hours. I was getting less and I would feel it. Then I started meditating and then I started journaling before I went to bed and meditating. Now I'm sleeping like a baby and I'm getting 7 to 8 because I've changed my habits. When you meditate, and Savannah Rose was going to present at our live event on meditation. She's a wonderful person who's applying some incredible things in her life and accomplishing some amazing things. She'll be on our podcast next week. She'll be at our next live event or the one after that because I want you to be able to know Savannah. I want her to know our community because if you focus on that meditation muscle, it is a muscle. And if you don't focus on it, it never grows. But it allowed me to get closer to the 8 hours sleep. And when I heard a couple years ago that Jeff Bezos gets 8 hours of sleep, and he does it for one reason. He wants to make one quality decision a day. Dang. I thought that if he can have that as his priority, maybe I could get close to what he's been able to accomplish and do it by getting proper rest. So, in the energy, when we take you through energy, we're going to talk about sleep patterns, meditation, how to increase your sleep, how to get better nutrition, wellness, exercise, things that energize you. Because when you are energized, you get more out of life. Because life is aliveness, as Brendon Bouchard says. 3 desires, aliveness is one of them. And so if you're working on that energy, when we get fatigued and we get idle time, we veg out in the TV. I'm so beat, I'm just going to veg out. Well, we haven't focused on our energy. We don't have that plan. And the plan is not to consume other people's lives. It's to build and create your life. The magic is in you and anything's possible. But it starts with you. Starts with the podcast. Come on, be a guest on our podcast. Come on to pkane.me and be a guest on our podcast. We want to know your story. And now we're going to start donating to Kiva, Global Entrepreneurship, because we want to take the funds and help other businesses make the biggest impact that we can in the world. Okay, so you connect with us, go to pkane.me/connect, and you can connect with us. You can get this on our website. You can find out how to connect. A lot of it is registering because I got to know if you're coming to be able to let you know. But we do webinars. We do monthly connects. We do virtual summits. We do live events. We do podcasts with our community. We help you create your digital strategy. And we have opportunities for those that want to go on that path. We have one on one coaching, we have group coaching. Group coaching is around our magazine. 20 people go on a 12-week transformation. This helps you to absolutely embrace your team, work together to generate those lots of leads. Because when you generate this group and you're building intentionally your relationship wheel, you are nurturing it. It's the goose that lays the golden egg. And you're strategic versus tactical. A lot of people go after one prospect. We want you to go after building this, to go through. Let me see if I can. Yes, here we go. We build this, when we look at this, this is our 12 categories. This is our, what we call our crawl, walk, run. Crawl, walk, run. Get to know people. These are your first level. Then you're going to build your second. And it doesn't have to be perfectly set up, but you basically want 36 people over a period of time that is part of your team, part of working together, because it's a relationship wheel, a wheel of leads. Think of it, a wheel of leads, but we put you in this magazine. So you get asked to be in the magazine. You show buying signal, because each person in the magazine pays $300 a month for 3 months to build, to have a magazine, to be coached by a high performance coach, be coached each week on these focus points. And when you are, you're transformed. Now, you have to show up ready to do it. Now, but if you go, you get a magazine. You get magazines to hand out. So when you go to your presentation, you're bringing your team with you. You're bringing your strategic team. And that strategic team, you are stronger because you're not just one person, you're a team. And you learn how to work together. You learn how to do partnerships. You learn how to present. You learn how to pitch. You learn how to build that digital profile. This is an asset. You want assets in your business. Magazine's an asset. A book is an asset. A podcast is an asset. This is what we teach you, is to build that digital profile. And part of that, this is how we do it. We do it through people buy from people. We want your story out there. And when you look at that and you build these 36, you select 20 out of the 36 to go on this journey with you for 12 weeks. You'll never be the same. You'll understand the importance of being global. You'll understand key strategic partnerships. You're going to understand how to nurture your team. And when you nurture your team, you're better, because the magic is in you and anything's possible, but it doesn't happen by accident. It's you intentionally activating. But we take you through 12 weeks. So if you want to be a part of that, our magazine, our key, first go on there. You want to be on the cover, $1,000 to be on the cover. Then you want to build your team. We show you how to build that. We teach you how to build it. And each person, because we believe in keeping our resources in our community, we're going to give you in our brand ambassador program 15%. So you can build, we call it earn and grow. Build your team, earn. Then when somebody wants to step up, they want to go from just being in the magazine to being on the cover, they make that transition. We have $50 mentions in there because we want that group of people. It all ties back to your podcast, your story. People buy from people. and you're putting the magazine together intentionally. Inside of this one, Kennesaw Happenings, you can order it from Amazon. There's 32 people in there, just a sample. I'm on the cover right here. That's me. First outing after my stroke. Outing. I was outside in their courtyard a couple times, but to be out, to fish, to be in nature, to smell the roses was incredible. I'll never forget that. Never. When your left side, you lose your left side, you appreciate being able to run, to eat, to talk, to live. Because, like I said earlier, I live every day like it's my last. Because one day I'm going to be right. But until then, I'm going to live every single day with energy, with focus, with impact, and have fun. I mean, I have fun. I'm creating, I'm having fun. I love coaching. I love helping people go on this journey. 12 weeks, 12 weeks, we go together. Now, will you accomplish everything in 12 weeks? No. But it's a journey. It changes your mindset. Once you understand working as a key strategic partner, as a team, once you understand that, you're off. You don't have to worry about algorithms. You don't have to worry about all this other stuff. You just got to continue to nurture your relationships. Leads, generate leads, create cash flow, and build a thriving community. That's what we do. And we do it intentionally through our magazine. So when you order this, you can see our masterclass, because our ecosystem is our fuel to the rocket. We have a plan for you. We have an ecosystem, and this is yours for free. Starts with an assessment, and then it's a podcast, because I got to know your story. And if we want to know your story, if you want to be a guest on our podcast, go to petekane.me and be a guest. That way, we can share your story with our community, and we can start the journey with you. And there's somebody around the world that will benefit when you do that. So get on the podcast. Make an impact on you first, then the world. Okay. So we do a virtual event. That's the first and third Friday of each month. We just did one yesterday. Growth Day is the fuel to your personal rocket, because taking a shower of personal development daily, the 5 to Thrive, will impact your thought process and allow you to tap in to a library of learning, to journaling, to scoring yourself, to having Brendan Bouchard talk to you every day, to have 2 thought-provoking questions to get you to think, to score yourself, to have a related video that helps solidify his daily message to you. He always gives you a framework. He always is going to change your thinking. He's always going to get you to stretch, because if we're not growing, we're dying. And a lot of us have become stuck. Mel Robbins did a survey with her community, and 89% of the people said they were stuck. Wow, that's a lot. That's why we'd say, don't get stuck on the bus. The bus is the busy bus. The busy bus has a lot of distractions. Purpose plane will get you to your destination. So we have to get you thinking about purpose, thinking about less clutter. And when you do that, you can do it through Growth Day. 7 days free, you can try it. Experience it for 7 days. Then you'll want it for the rest of your life, because you'll have the advantage over people that have not committed to personal development. Try to go a month without taking a shower. Man, you're going to be stinky. Well, what do you think your mindset and thoughts get when they don't have daily shower of personal development? Stops growing, it gets toxic, gets stinky. You start absorbing the news, which is all negative. Before you know it, what comes out of your mouth, like Brian Bass said, will reflect what's up here. And if you want to speak encouraging words, you have to feed yourself with encouraging words. You have to feed yourself with the 5 to thrive. When you do that, you change. When your thoughts change, your outcome changes because habits are outcomes. And if you have a habit, personal development daily, the 5 to thrive, the 5 to thrive. Holy mackerel, I love it. Let me just see if I can bring it back up here because I love talking about it. Yeah, I think, is this? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. There we go. So go to pkane.me/growth day and then email us at support. And I'll send you my free course, Mindset, Goals, and Habits. So 5 to thrive, the fuel to your day, the fuel to your life. Library of learning. Learning journaling. I journal digitally and I journal physically. Score yourself. Journaling gives you clarity. Clarity, there's nothing better than if you're clear about where you're going. You're excited. We want to get back to that. We're all coming out of a pandemic that everybody has a story. Everybody has a story of how it affected them, but that's the past. The future is you, and the future is now. So you make that change. You get yourself involved with Growth Day. Get yourself a daily shower of personal development. Change your thoughts, change your mindset, launch yourself. The power, the magic is in you. Anything's possible, but it starts with you. Starts with you getting that daily shower of personal development. Okay, let me see. I'm going to get you. Let me see here. Remember, people buy from people, shift from company to people. This is the journey we take you on. We take you on a 12-week transformation. This is the book you want to buy, Key Person of Influence. It'll help you understand that the magic is in you and anything's possible, but you got to create the content. The 7 is 7 hours, 11 buying signals in 4 different platforms. Through the book, you're going to learn these 5 P's: pitch, profile, product, presentation, and partnership. And that's collaboration at its best. So go back to your relationship wheel. You can search our YouTube channel. I go into more in depth about the relationship wheel, the key person, the key strategic partner concept. So build it because you generate leads, you create cash flow, and you build a thriving community. This is your community. This is your community. You do it through this exercise. We have the sheet you can download and you can start today. Learn how to build a strategic partner team. And when you do, sign up for our sign up, be on the cover of our magazine. I mean, you are a key person of influence. You can be. It takes you a buying signal. Yes, I want to do that. I want to shift my money to something I'll get an impact with. Every investment you make in yourself is a great investment. Invest $1,000 in you. Be on the cover, and then we'll teach you how to build your team. We're going to teach you how to build your team. And when that happens, when you get your team together, man, you're a force to be reckoned with. 36, this can happen over a year, maybe 2 years, 3 years. It depends on how quickly you want to do it. But if you're focused on it and you take your 20 and put them with you in the magazine, this is your relationship wheel. This way, you're intentionally building, you're nurturing the goose that laid the golden egg. Your network is your single biggest and most valuable asset. And if you think strategically, get away from just chasing one ideal prospect, chase a whole group of nurtured people, because when you put them in this and you select your 20, you start now. Now you're starting to go on that journey. Go on that journey with us. Clarity. We're going to talk about focal points first, then we're going to talk about clarity, energy, courage. 1 hour. And then we'll have a Q&A, but 1 hour. But we're going to talk about focal points, clarity, energy, courage, productivity, influence. And then we're going to get into the mastery of these topics: psychology, physiology, productivity, persuasion, purpose, and then a commitment to high performance. You commit to high performance, you're creating the life that you have been dreaming of. Get back to dreaming. Get back to dreaming. Anything is possible. The magic is in you, and anything's possible. But you got to activate it. Don't let it just go over your head. Take some action. Take some action. Start with a podcast. Come on, get on my podcast. We want to know your story. We don't know you until we know you. So get on our podcast and connect with us on a weekly basis and a monthly. Then we'll introduce you to our community. We'll start thinking globally. When you think globally and you act locally, we do a local event, a live event, a virtual event. Growth Day is a wonderful fuel for your daily rocket. You got to rocket. You got to have that fuel. What is a rocket without fuel? It ain't going anywhere. So put that daily personal development into your life. $50 a month after the 7 days, it's an investment in you. You're worth it. You're worthy of it. But you got to activate it. PeteKane.me/growth day. Then if you'd want to be part of our magazine and you think that now's the time, then jump in and you can see the magazines. You can go to Amazon. You can order one. And then let's start building your wheel, your relationship wheel. Let's be more strategic. Let's be more nurturing it. And let's embrace the single biggest and most valuable asset you have. That's your network. And do it intentionally. Okay. All righty. Thank you so much. This is your gift for those that have hung around. Masterclass. Go to PeteKane.me/masterclass. That's our 10 steps to grow and scale your business. Starts with an assessment. Digital profile is number 2. And you can see the masterclass in there, because that's the way you can scale and grow your business. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being with me. We had to pivot because we didn't have the live event this time. But hey, that's business. That is business. Nothing straight. It's hard. Being an entrepreneur is hard. If you're not ready for it, then start preparing yourself. Get Growth Day, because you got to get this right. You get your thoughts right, you get your mindset right. And when you get your mindset right, you're investing in yourself. You are the magic, and anything's possible. Just be bold, make a difference, and have fun. Be bold,